Hey, what's up, you guys? Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Oh, it's Saturday, and I feel so good. Um, Yesterday, before I went to work, I went to Walmart, to find some hoodies and stuff like that because I need more hoodies. And since it's like my favorite time of the year, so I can just like kind of like it's during winter or whatever. You get to dress how you want to dress or whatever. You ain't got to worry about being too hot. So, I wanted to go to Walmart, get me some hoodies. I haven't had no good hoodies. So I went to Walmart, got this. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Yes. This is the dope hoodie. I like this hoodie. It's really dope, y'all. Like, I really like it. Got it from Walmart. It's $12, and I had got another one too. So if I, go when I go live again, I'm gonna show the other one, just depending on if it's cool that day too. But yeah, yeah. My dreads dead, honey. Got my my little hoodie on. It's so cute. Like, it's so cute, y'all. I ain't think they won't really have nothing in the Walmart that day. I just was looking for a hoodie for work. But then I found this one hoodie and another hoodie. I had to get out of there because I was gonna end up spending so much. When you go in Walmart, you go up in there for two things in particular. Then you come out with 7, 8 damn items. So I was like, no. It was like I'm happy I had to go to work too because I would have stayed in there. If I wasn't pressed for time to go to work, I would have stayed in Walmart and just spent. Would have spent my whole motherfucking bonus in Walmart, getting hoodies and joggers if they had any, but I didn't really see none. And hell, I was about to get some. I was about to get a robe. I still don't got no bathrobe and stuff like that. So I guess I'm around that time, around that age, where I would care about getting a bathrobe and stuff, and maybe go on live sipping some tea or some hot chocolate, wearing my robe and all that type of stuff. Type deal, so that's what I was thinking or whatever. But yeah, my little hoodie I got it from Walmart, y'all. I don't know if y'all Walmart sells these cute ones. I don't know, but they ain't have no tag or nothing on them. So I was like, bitch, are they for sale? But I had to put in, the self checkout. You got to put in the little number or whatever. I had to find which number it was because there's so many numbers, bitch. So I had to call the woman over there. I was like, girl, come do your job. This is not mine. I got to go to work. But anyway, that shit gay as fuck. I was telling y'all a little bit about what was going on yesterday with this guy that I'm kind of, doing how I would say older women would do with men, or preferably I would say younger men, like slow, like take their time with the person. Like if you may not know their interests yet, just taking your time with seeing where they headed and all that type of stuff. So that I was doing. I was asking questions, and he was opening the door, giving me more. I want to say permission to ask these questions. So I started asking him, talking to him more, and stuff like that. Oh, I think it's much. I think she might be up. Hold on, y'all. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, y'all. It was just because he's an introvert too. He's an introvert too. I think is such thing. I was looking up on Google. Yes, Google is free. There's such thing as social introverts. Like myself, I'm only really social, especially if I want to get my coin. So he's more. I'm like that. Like for as you speak to me first. But if I'm interested in a person, if they might not know my interests, I'm gonna make it plain. I'm gonna be straightforward about my interest in you, but I ain't coming on to him. I need to know his comfortability, and I need to know, of course, it's sexuality, but the people are more fluid than they think. And I be trying to tell people, especially in the black community, we're more fluid. People are more fluid than we think. Even if it's just kissing the same sex, if it's just accompany the same sex, we're more fluid than we think. So, I was just talking to him. It was just one day at a time. One day we'll say hey. One day, we'll talk a little bit more about what our, probably our names, ask each other names. Just seeing his comfortability. And when I say what I mean by open the door, hey, you guys come in, you guys come in, fill the room out, be the first to comment. Tap the screen, of course, it's free. But yeah, just to his comfortability, you know. So the day before yesterday, we had a good conversation. Um, he was telling, of course, I asked his name. I ain't gonna tell y'all his name, and I don't do that. I don't do no exposing. But we was talking about work. He asked if I was at work the day before, Thursday, and I said no. So I was like, okay, so he's paying attention to when I'm off. Okay, that's a good thing. That's good. So I was like, well, how was it yesterday? Was it good? I was hearing some of the things, just making conversation with him. It was like, yeah, it was all right. At toward the end, they needed me to come and help them and stuff like that. Just having, small talk. And then I started getting to some of the questions. I was like, do you got a girlfriend? That type deal. He was like, oh, no, I ain't got no girlfriend type, but I would like to have one. But he was like, mainly talking about he want to have kids. He want to have one child. One child. He was very specific. One child. And I was like, well, that's kind of very telling in a sense because you ain't really talking about the love of your life, getting married, I mean, he implied that in a sense, but he ain't go too much into it, Some men will and some men won't, but he was mainly talking about he want to have a child. He was pretty much on like that press for time because he's in his late 30s, and he said he don't want to be like an old man, with a teenager, and I get it, but I was like, you ain't talking about, I want to have that, 40 acres in the mule, be married, be in love. He was mainly talking about a child, having a child and stuff like that. So okay, it's like, yes, I did, and I was making him laugh, so I was talking about, okay, I'm gonna go more into it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, and more people come into the building. I was like, well, have you ever experimented? And he was like, well, what you mean by experimented? I'm like, well, have you ever, you know, dated, the same sex, ever dated a guy? Oh, he was like, he kind of blushed a little bit. But he ain't, how black people are. We can still tell when you blush. Grinning and shit. He was like, oh, no, I ain't never did it. I ain't never, dated a guy. So like that. I mean, it was an easy yes or no. So it was very telling to me. It opened up a door to more questions for me. You got to be careful with us gays, especially in women too, because we have that, our brain waves are the same. So you tell us some things, which is, we ask you a question of a question that is yes or no. And you going into explaining, it's very telling. So that's opening doors for more questions for me. So yeah. So how is my friend doing out here? I'm doing good, honey. How are you doing? Say if he met up with you, it wasn't the first rodeo as far as experience go. Oh no. Well, we was at work. Thank you for the share, honey. Thank you. Bad. Thank you so much. Y'all tap the screen too. But no, we was at work. So this person that I'm slow. I'm gonna say slow strolling. I ain't trying to rush into anything because I want to know his comfortable zone. And like I said, he's an introvert, so and he also may be shy too. So I don't want to scare him because I'm very straightforward. People would say I'm aggressive, and that's not too far from the truth. But I'm very outspoken. It would intimidate the average man. So I'd be like, I'm not flirting, but I'm doing my, yeah, oh, okay, giving that, I'm like, oh, okay, so you do this, oh, I'm okay, yeah, so, we gotta be in character when we doing this. We trying to reel y'all in and stuff. So I'm good, finally got apartments to move in after being, oh, yeah, congratulations, honey, congratulations, period. He said, Andrew, I mean, I ain't really coming on to him. I'm taking my time. I'm slow strolling, y'all. Y'all understand. He said, I'm not flirting. No, I'm not flirting. I'm not coming on to the man because I don't want to scare him. I don't want to scare him. my definition of flirting is, laughing at every motherfucking thing he said, and I wasn't doing that, because I was the main one running my mouth in a sense, and you know, feeling on him, touching his muscles. That's what he was doing to me. Because we CVP, and what CVP is, we still in bags. So it's one on one side, and there's another one on the other side. His back to me and my back to him, and it's room enough for a man that may not be comfortable with gay men, and it's not that he's not comfortable. It's just when you're too close, and we touching while we're talking. Our arms is brushing against each other. He sell the box and go back, and then his ass hit mine. He got a very nice ass too, just it's like he was like shit, kind of like he didn't mean to, but I knew he meant to. It's giving very much that, y'all. How did y'all start with such a conversation? Him open up the door. Hold up. Him opening up the door, talking about just having a child. Not stressing the fact that, he wants to be, with a woman. He wants to meet a nice young woman, or however old the woman shall be. Get to know them, fall in love, get married and have kids or one child. He was just talking about one child, like he was pressed for time in a sense, like how women would say they can kind of on the clock, their ovaries on the clock and stuff like that. So he was opening up the door. I only asked if you if he had a girlfriend. Then I asked, when he said that, open up the door for me to ask, because he wasn't stressing the fact that he wanted to be with a woman. He wasn't stressing the fact, I want to meet the love of my life. I want to meet her, this and that. He was just talking about, a child. And I was like, interesting. So, have you ever experimented, because I know his age. I've been knew his age. I keep my ear open. That's the good thing about being observant. One time he was talking to this guy, that, I had issue with me, and he liked me, but his ass been to the penitentiary, so he don't know how to express himself, and I can't deal with no guy like that. So I found out his age through him talking to that fool, which I call him radio, because sometimes, a lot of times he talk to himself out loud, and I guess to get attention. So I call him radio, but he cute though. But if he had got his mind together, we'll probably be talking. But anyway, he told his age to him. He said he told his age and said, I don't really fool with younger dudes like y'all. Y'all don't be really having no sense. And I'm like, right. So yeah. But yeah, he was just not really talking about, falling in love with her, So it opened up doors. I say younger, older than you. Older than me. Yo, I'm 29, That's all. I don't know. It's gonna. It may. It's up to him. So I was like, it's nothing wrong with having an open mind. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. And I tell him, which is the truth, because I'm not trying to get to him. I don't ever have to work hard for, penis. But I was like, it's nothing wrong with men experimenting. I told him, it's a double standard. Women can do it. It's not as frowned upon as it is for men. And then I made it very, very, very specific. I was talking about black men, they're not able to really just experiment without being labeled. They can have one experience and be like, no. Or they didn't even get that far. It's just that they didn't get an erection. And it was like, this is not for me. And they, because they're not going to open that conversation. It's going to be the opposite. It's going to be the woman that tells her experience and make him feel comfortable. And I'm not just placing blame. I'm just making it plain. Open up that conversation, that dialogue, and he end up feeling comfortable with her and tell, because men ain't gonna really be just talking to men, about these experiences unless they gay, unless they talking to a gay person like me and stuff and be like, just keep this between us, I just had you. That type of deal. And as soon as they find out, they could take it, most of them take it and make them, take it the wrong way, appear homophobic, and then the dude end up, probably saying, man, well, I might as well just be on a DL, you know. And I'm not just saying there's just men that happen, because a lot of us have, our parts, share parts in, down low culture. So anyway, let me get back to the story. I told him there's nothing wrong with black men experimenting, because we're so far behind with our sexuality, so far with our, so far behind with our experiencing new things, being tied down, that we don't really just explore our sexualities without being labeled. And I told him, your sexual orientation, your sexual identity is up to you. It's not up to the other person. I told him I could have one experience with a woman. I'm still gonna be gay. I could just take her through the mud, honey. I'm still gonna be gay. And that's for me. And that's not nobody else's, that's nobody's gift. Nobody's entitled to my sexuality or, my lifestyle. Nobody's entitled to that but me. So I told him it's okay to experiment. Especially, I told him, you done tried women this long. And not saying that there's not going to be one that comes along, but just, since he opened the doors to that conversation, and he wasn't stopping me, so I kept going. You can experiment just to see. It's a difference when you're saying, I know what I know, without being in that situation to really just know. I'm damn near in that situation all the time with women. Women trying to rub her nails on my back. I get nothing but, girl, we sisters. Get off me. I get these situations all the time. So I know what I know from experience. So I said, it's okay to experiment. It's okay. And then you shouldn't feel like you have to tell the person or the opposite sex. You shouldn't. Because I'm pretty sure they've had their experiences too. You can't be just throwing. If it's too hot for you, do not do it. If you're gonna feel shame, don't do it. Don't. So I told him, I'm still going to be gay. If I have a sexual experience with a woman, I'm still going to be gay. No, I'm not going to be, in that moment, it could also be bisexual because I'm still gay. But it's going to be a heterosexual sex or whatever. But outside of that, I'm still going to be gay. Because I have ownership to me. Nobody else does. So anyway, he was like, well, no, he was like, true, true, getting, and I wasn't trying to just reel him in, but slick I was. But, the main part was I was being truthful. It's like, it's truthful. And I'd be like, if you trying, it's the gay agenda. And I told him, it ain't no damn gay agenda. I ain't trying, ain't no way you could be turned. Nothing. You cannot be turned. Nothing. Okay? No. That's not how sexuality works. No, bitch. But if you feel like you can be turned, then you already are. It's not a disease, honey. No. But anyway, yeah. So, we just got more into talking and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, he ended up telling me about, his gay friend. He ended up finding out he was gay when they got older and stuff like that. And he kind of talked low, so I was thinking he was saying, I had to ask a lot. But he was like, I guess he was trying to, his friend didn't know for a time or was denying for a time because he was in denial. And I think he said he was trying to talk to him or something like that, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, okay, well, I ain't really concerned about your gay friend. Honestly, right now, while I'm talking to you, I'm like, well, finders keep losers weepers. He had his chance. It's over, but it's my turn. So I would just start talking to him more, and then went to other subjects to make sure he's still comfortable, talking and stuff like that. So he was. Just talking about random stuff like cooking and shit like that, football, music genres and stuff, which are is important things when you want to get to know someone. And I also suggested for him to hang out with me outside of work. Hang out. Oh, thank y'all so much for the follows. I appreciate y'all. Impressed. I think my eyes bad, honey. And it's early in the morning. Thank you so much, Isaac. Thank y'all so much for the follow. And tap the screen, y'all. Keep tapping the screen. But yeah. And I suggested for him to hang out with me outside of work. He was like, he's like, I don't know. I don't know. I was like, why you don't know? You know, it was like, because I don't really too much hang with people. I don't really too much do that. I have friends and stuff, but I'm the type of, I'm older now. I'm like, you ain't old, honey, but it was like I'm older, older now, because I don't really be wanting to hang out too long, that type of deal. And I'm like, I get it, but we didn't get time to talk in depth with that because we had to go to break. But then when we came back, he was a little late. So I was like, hmm. But he also did tell me, I forgot, that he had got some free chicken from work because it's the holiday, so they give out free chicken. So he said he had to take that to the house and stuff like that. So like, okay, he could be that too, you know. But anyway, when we came back, he was the first to speak. You know, we're speaking a little bit more, laughing more, just talking about things, random things, laughing, and he don't really talk to nobody. It was one day where I think I was like, got him, because I was on break. Well, we was on break, and I was sitting at this at the bench or whatever by the gate, just minding my business. I had my back to everybody and stuff like that. But he made sure to speak. Thank you so much for the follow, Stephanie. Thank you. Y'all tap the screen. Huh? But he made sure to say, he ain't say nothing, but he made sure to go like, make sure I, say hey, or let me know that he was saying hey to me. And I was like, got him. Yeah, the first so orders of Christmas collard greens are going to be free. Let's get it. Ooh, 50 orders. Okay, my bad. Oh, y'all better get y'all stuff. I don't really eat greens. You know, I know y'all gonna take away my black card, but I don't really eat greens and chitlins and turkey necks and you know gizzards and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really eat that stuff. Cabbage and stuff. I don't. Just be prepared to take away my black card because I don't eat those things. I don't eat turkey. Good morning, Nina. Come in the building, honey. Y'all tap with the screen somehow. Yes. Oh, the 43 people in the building. But yeah, let me get back to it. He made sure that I knew that he was there. And he don't never really speak to nobody, especially first. So, y'all get what I'm saying when I'm like, got him. No, I ain't do it right. Got him. Y'all like my, yes, I had got this from Walmart. Okay. But yeah. Hey, Papa Smoke. I already know it's you. Good morning. Grand Rising, y'all. Good morning, Grand Rising, whatever. Make sure y'all feel good for this morning, honey. But yeah, we were just talking about, and when I tell you, he is worth getting to know, you know, because his body, like, I want to say he's like a foot shorter than me, but that's all right. I ain't gonna let that fuck up no good thing. I don't care. He fine. Like, he, keep his hair good. He was telling me his sister be braiding his hair and stuff like that. He's family, so that's for me. He's family oriented. He had nieces and nephews, and stuff. He love him and stuff like that because he not just because he don't have his own children, but that lets me know he's family oriented, right? So he let his sister do his hair. He said every time she braid my hair or whatever, she do it a different style. And I'm like, okay, she seem cool. He said she's also an introvert too, and so like that. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. And he started talking about how she, I guess, introduced him to, I guess, more tighter fitting clothing. Saying she's more into, clothing. And she sparked. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Crystal. Sparked him wanting to wear like more tighter fitting clothing to show off his body, and it is nice. It is so nice, and then he's like chocolate too. Uh, I mean, he's not dark chocolate. I'm gonna say milk chocolate, but he's almost dark chocolate. But I digress. His arming, is giving what it's supposed to give. I don't think he have abs or nothing, but I don't give a fuck. His chest is giving. Then he have a nice ass. Legs thick, like. Cause I had no choice but to ask him. Did you go to the gym and stuff like that? He was like, I used to, but I don't. I mostly have like a home gym, so I'm like, yes. You know, I mean, I could, because I had him just laughing, and I'm like, I would ask him throughout the conversation. I mean, if it makes you uncomfortable and stuff like that, I mean, we don't have to talk about this, you know. But he wasn't saying that. But toward the end, when I started talking about my sexual endeavors, thank you so much for the follow. Yes, I'm gay, period. Like, you already know this. But yeah, I could have him. I mean, but I'm slow strolling that nigga. Like, I'm slow strolling him. I ain't gonna go too fast with the person, because dudes be fragile. They be fragile. Okay. Okay. Dude, it's all right, honey. Thank you so much, Jessica, for following. Y'all tap up the screen some more. But yeah, you gotta slow stroll. Just like the queen, may she rest in peace. The queen of soul, Aretha, was slow strolling. Oh, dude. Mm-mm. But I ain't going that. I ain't slow. I ain't going that slow. Oh hell no, I ain't going that slow. But I'm going slow as necessary to make sure I reel him in. Let him know. Sometimes you gotta let a nigga know it's safe here. You can talk to me. That type deal. So he was just telling me his feelings and shit, and they be the first one to be talking about their feelings and stuff. And I don't really be caring. No, I mean I don't. I care. I give what's necessary. Like, I don't really care too much. Like, because I ain't really trying to give that. But because I usually be like, we could be fuck buddies and stuff. Because a lot of times they talk about relationship, they don't do the basic shit like communication, comprehension skills, all that type of good stuff. They don't know how to like hold a conversation type deal. It'd be like, what you doing, how you doing, stuff they really don't care about. I don't be doing all that. But they'll be first one to cry real tears, and I'd be like, "What you crying for? What your weak ass, type deal." I just can't. I be, he said, your pre feelings are showing. Oh, I mean, I ain't hiding them. Well, I ain't hiding them. I like them, of course. Like, his is too. Y'all must wasn't listening to y'all must wasn't listening to the story. You think you said something? Hell, I ain't saying I ain't like them. I mean, why? I mean, what is there not to like? I don't. I don't want. I don't want a friendly dude. I don't want nobody that's friendly with everybody. It ain't mean that he's hateful. I just want somebody just. I ain't. I know that I ain't gotta worry about the homeboys. I always hanging with the homeboys. I don't want to worry about that. You know. Yes, I'm going for it, honey. I'm going for it. But I'm just taking my time, making sure it's comfortable level. And we came back all break, I mean, it's a long story, y'all. It's long. Y'all may got things to do, but it's fine. I'm gonna come back on and still be talking about some other things that happened with it too. It's long, y'all. But came back all break, and he started talking about him. Oh, what the? Okay. A new bill. Oh, so they're gonna let me know it's going to work because he didn't talk to many people on the job. Yes. You know, I'm like, you making sure I speak or you see me speaking, that lets me know the job is being done. He said, how did you get to the point you like what you already have? Huh? Are you asking how did I realize I was attracted to men? Or when did I realize, what I was attracted to? I want to say boys at the time. Because I was just going ahead and say it. I realized I was attracted to boys when I was like 9, 10. But I really started thinking about being attracted to boys at 10. hmm Attraction comes first. Yes, attraction comes first. Um, yes. But yeah, started asking me, y'all throwing me off. Y'all get throwing me off, but it'll come back to my mind. I mean, we talked about so much in, within the 8, 9 hours we worked. And it was nice. I mean, I'll catch him stare, and then give a little cute grin, type deal, and then walk out. So it's getting, because I told him there's such thing as demisexuality, where a person will fall for your spiritual, your emotional, y'all have a connection like that before it ever becomes physical. And I told him a lot of black people don't know about that. He asked me, how did you, because we was talking about him, him being a lazy reader, and I told him I love to read, like I love being at the library and stuff. And he asked me, how you find out what demisexuality is? I was like, because I love to read and Google is free. So he ended up laughing and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, you gotta read up. You gotta, be aware type deal. You say you started saying y'all can't make my brain. Yeah. Yeah, coming back, from break and stuff like that. We started talking about a lot of things, a lot of other things, like far as music genres and stuff like that. But I know y'all don't really give a damn about that, because I really didn't give a damn about that conversation either. But it's important, it's necessary. That's the basics of getting to know someone. It always happened like that. I'd be like, I'm just looking for a fuck buddy, and then they get into talking about their feelings and shit. I'm like, okay, here we go again. And it's not the fact that I don't want to, be with someone for the long haul. It's that it seemed like a jinx in my personal life. When they start talking about relationship shit, they don't never hold up to that. They don't have no substance. It's not in here. They don't know how to speak. I'm like, how you expect to have a relationship with no communication, with no questions, with what? I don't care if y'all still soulmates. It's y'all soulmates. Y'all still supposed to talk, communicate. Say I came in here late. When did y'all meet? When did you meet him, girl? Ooh, that was like since I made my year. I think he was already there. So I met him, I want to say probably 3 or 4 months into me working there. Yeah. hmm He said, get a woman is all that will change. So get a woman and all that will change. No, that it doesn't change your sexuality. That's the problem now. Um, you can't be turned anything. You can't be turned anything. And if you feel that you can, you already are. That's a problem now. That's why it's a lot of sex offenders, pedophiles, and I get on here talking about my experiences when I was a teenager, minor, you know, grown women trying to throw they cat at me and thinking that's okay. It be people that think like have the same mindset as Lil Boosie, thinking that it's okay to put a grown woman on a young boy because they see the ass, because they see. No, that is child molestation. That's gonna bring on child trauma, and y'all wonder why. I mean, it don't pertain to all of us, but a lot of us have this experience where we are fucked up mentally, or we have very deep rooted trust issues. We have very deep rooted anger, and some of us hate ourselves, believing what the hell y'all done preach to motherfucking children that we're going to hell and all this type of stuff. Bitch, you're gonna be in the first row. Hey, Jenny. Yeah, good morning. But yeah, y'all need to stop thinking like that. Good morning, honey. Good morning. Cause ain't no way no grown ass woman should be touching or shaking her ass in front of no lit toddler, thinking that's all right. That shit is not cool. Cause if I find out one of y'all doing it, I'm calling CPS on y'all motherfucking ass. Said a hoe was made for the pole. I mean, we all got hoes. We all got hoes. All of us. That's not a good. That's not a good answer. That's not a good thing. You know, we all got hoes. An asshole is a hoe. It does the same thing as a woman's do, and more. Read up on that because you might not know that the male version of, the G spot is called a P spot. Our prostate is in our butt. And it can also come too and cream. Yes, that's why it's called a boy pussy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the one you like is only. No. Mm-mm. No. It's not. Who are you trying to convince yourself? You know you love anal. Or yours played with. All right. So I'm like, who are you convincing? Yourself? You know? Because I'm always going to be bent over, honey. It's never going to change. I'm always going to be on all fours, just looking up at a black king, giving me, what whoever he served blessed him with, or his father that blessed him with it, or his mama blessed him with. I'm always going to be looking up at that ride that will comfort me. I said, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Yes, we can do that. So when, some men might like something up their butts, that doesn't mean that could mean that they're kinky. And they're still, be with their woman. Some women not be into that. Then there's what you won't do, another person will. Just put that out there. That's why there's a lot of cheating going on. Because, I'm not doing that. And there's nothing wrong with having your limits, but you don't need to be putting limits on the other person if they want to be sexualized as a motherfucker. So yes, I don't know. You coming in here D-nice with the, being narrow-minded type deal. Coming in here being, negative. It's you are the problem. You're the problem. You have self-hate for yourself. You're most likely down low because anybody that's homophobic is down low because ain't no way I'm walking around straight people worrying about their sexual orientation. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't care about what y'all sleeping with at night. I don't give a damn. I don't get around straight people and feel like I'm going to be straight. I was groomed. All gay people were groomed to be straight. We never really had representation. We're supposed to be looked at as non-humans. That's why y'all feel like it's okay to call us any derogatory names, to dehumanize us. And especially if you're black, you should feel ashamed about that. You should feel ashamed because, black homophobes act like white supremacists, act like the white racist people of the black community. Soon as y'all get power, the first people y'all come for are us. And think that the same laws ain't gonna be coming for you. We're still black. So, get that inside your head. You're coming for me trying to project. You haven't read anything. If you don't read and, comprehend what the hell you're reading, don't get on here embarrassing yourself. Ask questions. Ask questions. If you are interested in finding out more about what can come out and what can go in the anus, you need to come correct and ask first. Because ain't no way you came up here and thought you was going to somehow change me. I'm living my truth. What is yours? Now, with him, I told him there's a such thing as being demisexual. There is. And a lot of people, and I told him, you just can't look at someone's genitalia. That will get you fucked up every single time. Because you could be being with someone that could make you happy. And he'd be like, but nah. Because a lot of times it's not about the genitalia. It's about what somebody else done fucking told you. I'm like, are you worried about religion? You worried about the Bible? I mean, how can you believe something that's missing chapters, missing stories? How can you believe something that was just put in at 1940, especially about, homosexuality, that was misplaced because they was talking about pedophilia? How can you believe something that a man wrote? How? Aren't you supposed to not trust in mankind like that? There's a lot of contradictions going on. It's like sexism. It's a lot, racist shit going on in the Bible. And y'all don't really be knowing how to comprehend. Hell, y'all don't even be knowing how to pronounce these, their names. So sit down. Y'all live in y'all. I told him, one thing I'm not going to do is ever live for other people. If I did, I would be down low. Because y'all ain't going to take all that from me. If I did listen to people talking about, you going to hell, bitch, you don't even know what the afterlife look like, ho. So sit down. You don't even know these entities that you claim you know. How the hell you claim to know something that you don't even know exists? And you can't even pick the right husband. You can't even pick the right mistress. You can't pick the right person to spend your entire life with, bitch. So how the fuck do you feel you know for a fact that there's something else out there? You don't know, bitch. You have one. See this? I'm not gonna go in. I'm not gonna do it because y'all gonna be reporting and trying to get me out. Especially when a person spit facts to you, you don't want to hear it. Don't come for me when I have not sent for you. Because why the hell would I send for you? And you can't do a damn thing for me. You don't even have your own face pic. So why the hell would I send for you? But yes. Yes. I'm in Mississippi, the retirement state. People get mad when you put it plain. Bitch, Genesis started off wrong to me. Not the fact that it was wrong, it just started off questionable. I shouldn't have so many questions. And then you go into the Baptist church or wherever you reside and the church and feel, whatever. And asking questions and they be like, it's not right to question God. It's not okay, it's not right. Then what the hell am I? You can't learn without asking questions. So what are you talking about? And they get upset because they don't know. Well, baby, you should have comprehended. You should have asked questions too. And you went to, study how to be because you was called to be. I don't believe everybody that was called to be was really called to be. No damn preacher, minister, whatever. Because you can't answer my question and you ain't really being Christ-like because he taught to love and you feel like you can condemn. That's not your job. Sarah on my main page last night. Oh, Sarah Jo got hoes. Oh, were you on my main page last night? I don't know. Was I? I don't really think I was even on TikTok last night. Why? But yeah, people be, it's just sit down with the religious shit. It's okay to, hope for a beautiful, afterlife after we pass away, after the struggle, honey. But if you don't know for a fact, we don't know. Just don't be pushing. Y'all be the ones pushing an agenda. Want to tell everybody else that their religion don't make sense. And yours do? Yours do? Y'all condemn anything witchery, and y'all be the ones, drinking the blood of Christ, and don't that sound like a ritual too? Y'all be doing the same thing, but just claim because he allegedly died on the cross. But bitch, why are y'all wearing crosses? Chain crosses. If I died on something, bitch, I don't want you proclaiming that. I don't want you. No, bitch, what? That's disrespectful as fuck to me. But we don't know nothing. Us gays don't know a damn thing. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Period. And thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate that. But yeah, y'all, when y'all make it plain, when we make it plain to y'all just be, yeah, it's okay to think outside the damn box. We don't know. We don't know what's in the afterlife. And that's the problem. Y'all worry so much about the afterlife. Y'all disrespect, harm, unalive people on your earthly life. But still, and this is the most crazy part, still believe you're going to be entering into the pearly gates. Thinking you was doing the Lord's will. But who was he around? He wasn't around the saints. Know y'all stuff. I have an aunt, because she's not an auntie, that's estranged from the family, but feel like she can judge everybody. That's the type of delusion that I can't stand. Some people are so brainwashed, and if it's a book that has you that brainwashed to the point where you can't, it's okay to believe, but if you can't, I'm trying to find the best way to say it. You can't hear other people out, especially when you ain't doing the Lord's will, because you will always look, like you're contradicting yourself. You could help a stranger on the sidewalk, on the sidewalk. You can help, a bum on the sidewalk, but you can't come and see your family. You can't be an auntie. But you feel like it's so necessary to judge. That's why I cut them motherfuckers out. They ain't family, they are relatives. If you ain't uncling and then you're not auntieing, you're cut the fuck out. Blood don't mean shit to me. If you ain't doing your part, then you gotta go. Don't come for me. And I told her, don't be coming for me when you live in a glass house. I'm like, I never said I did. No, but you trying to judge me. That's not your job. She's like, isn't there such thing as self-righteous judgment? Yeah, self-righteous, bitch. That's yourself trying to be righteous. It is not a Christ-like. I may not believe every single thing, but if you're going to come at me with something, make sure I'm not able to use it against you. Because y'all be doing it like we can't tell you anything. Bitch, I know the Bible too. The parts I know y'all the parts I know that y'all gonna come at me with, because y'all say the same thing every single time, bitch. Every single time, bitch, it's nothing new. Nothing new. And I be over it, be boring. Come at me with something new. Y'all say the same stuff every time. It's unnatural. It's unnatural. Oh, well, if it's so good or so easy to be hetero, why are there so many adoption agencies? Why are there so many CPS? Why are there, so many hungry children out there? Why is there so many broken homes? Why a lot of us in the black community don't know who our father is? Why? Why are there so many STDs? Because a lot of y'all heteros, that's just y'all mainly spread the shit. Or heteros. Y'all be F out. I mean, y'all talking about, us is all about lust, but ain't y'all supposed to be the ones that be procreating? So who's really at fault? Y'all don't never take accountability for y'all shit, okay? Just like somebody put on X, formerly known as Twitter. Y'all queer people wouldn't exist without y'all parents being straight. I'm like, are you sure? Were they straight or was the ex straight? Because it's not true for everybody. You can't say facts. No, you can't say was that true. What was it? Because you don't know to see. I know. about my particular personal life, my growing up. So you got to be careful when you say stuff, especially when you don't know. But yeah, oh, I see dude back. But anyway, hopefully you had learned something. A whole is a whole. Sometimes it may not feel good. Sometimes it will, depending on the person. I mean, if you were concerned about your hole being played with, go ahead. Just douche first. Clean first. Make sure you're prepared, honey. Take a Tylenol just in case. If it's your first time and he come up in there, with anaconda. Just. But don't come up here projecting. It's never gonna work. So these are family and there's relatives. You are right. Yep. So right. And I'll read them all. But yeah, y'all. I'm taking the slow roll. I'm slow rolling, dude. I'm slow rolling him. But I was trying to figure out, was he on hard toward the end of the conversation. I was trying to figure out, but I'm gonna make sure I check again, the next time. Cause I gotta make sure, y'all. I gotta make sure if he was on hard, I'll know definitely, I got him. Cause if you saying you sort of uncomfortable, that is very telling to me. Maybe I got you feeling some type of way because he's not the only one that, I was able to, but it's not a game I'm playing. It's just this is my way up. If I like you and I want to try to talk to you, and I'm gonna talk. Oh, but yeah, said one hole cannot lubricate naturally because it's not supposed to. Yes, it does. It does. It does. That's why y'all need to ask first. It does. It definitely does. Yep. It might not be the same way, but it definitely does. And I can't speak for every single body, but I know mine does. And not saying that it won't lubricant, but and what that's a weak excuse to be talking about you shouldn't be, doing anal. Straights do it. We do it too. And then, like I said, we can also cream. We can also, come out of our ass. That's why it's called boy pussy. So yeah. What are y'all? What, that's a weak ass excuse to be like, you shouldn't be gay. You got to come harder than that, honey. All puns intended. You got to come harder than that with me. I'm not new to this. I am true to this. Okay. All in all, it's about people being happy. If you're not harming anyone, oh yeah, I do want to say my disclaimer. If you're under 18 too, y'all have need to go to someone else's lab unless you're watching with a legal guardian and stuff like that. But I would like to have a segment where I talk about, queer kids. I would love to talk about that because there's a lot of parents that don't know the right way to approach their child without them feeling attacked. And I would love for y'all to be able to ask these questions. If you don't feel comfortable with asking on here, y'all can, I guess they still say DM me on TikTok. You can DM me on TikTok, honey. Yes, you can still DM me on TikTok. Yes. But yeah, y'all, it's all about being happy. Y'all just gotta be happy. Just be happy with who you with. Be happy for yourself first, though. But ultimately, it's about y'all being happy together. It's not always gonna be perfect. It's not just about same sex or this and that. It's about being happy. Hey, from Costa Rica. Oh my God, hey. Yes, thank you so much for the follow, Pinky. Period. Oh, that's a love place. That's a place I would love to visit. I would love to visit Costa Rica. I would love to. But yeah, y'all so hell bent on making people feel bad for loving who they love, regardless of sexual orientation. That is sad. It's very miserable. Y'all got to get over that and seek help if possible. Because it's not healthy to be, so worried about who somebody else is with. Like, it's not. Isn't that, that's giving. Like, no. And kids should know that if they end up attracting or being attracted to the same sex, they need to have representation so they won't grow up hating themselves. It's not okay to want to throw your child out because it's not. That's not unconditional love. And you can't teach nobody not to be their sexual orientation. It's not going to stick because either you want them out or you want them in. And they be down low. But y'all want down low culture to end, right? Or possibly, you could still have the birds and the bees conversation, safe sex conversation, so people won't be spreading things. And it's fine that you may be scared too, but don't make it about you. It's about your child, right? It's about protecting and loving your child, right? Don't make it about you. And don't make it about other people. You need to teach them how to love themselves. I mean, if you love yourself, because a lot of time, your person's trying to teach love, but they can't really because they don't love themselves. You need to love yourself too before you have children. Love yourself. Know yourself. All that before you be projecting on your child. No. See, and teach them how to love themselves. And you gonna windmill? So are y'all telling me y'all not gonna windmill? If you find, for your child, you find out, or you scared to, or you can't windmill. You can't fight. You can't get out there and get in the mud, in the butt, about your child. That's why you don't want them to be. Just say you can't fight. Don't make it about you. It's scary enough. Get out of the churches, black people. Get out. Get out. Because if you ain't being taught how to love yourself, all the good stuff for yourself, why we always talking about hell? Why we ain't talking about heaven? Why we ain't talking about, who was, for his marriage, who was the representation for that? Who was the representation, all this stuff that we supposed to be knowing. But I want to get off religion. Y'all go about being happy. Being happy. Stop. Don't be miserable. Don't be, you miserable. You come into somebody's life talking, being negative. That's about you. It's not about me. Do some self-work, some self-healing. Because I'm always going to smile. I'm always going to be happy. I might not show it all the time. But, I'm never going to be miserable. All right, you guys. Y'all have a nice morning. Have a nice one. Love somebody. Love somebody. And just know, that shit gay as fuck. All right, guys.